to look at when I feel like I want to give up. I look at the things that make it worth it. When my back's hurting and I want to quit, but I can't. When my heart hurts from everything I've been through, and my body hurts from everything that I've been through, I remind myself that makes it very valuable. I remind myself how good I really have it. No, no, close that door. Izzy, Patricia. No. Close that door, please. You don't want to let that kitty in there. She'll scratch you up. No, no. Sorry about that. Gotta still take care of them. We're gonna talk about serious things. Anywho. Only I know what I've really been through. I have autism and it never stopped me. It never stopped me once from becoming who I am today. Everybody's different. Everybody has different limitations, what they're able to do, even with conditions like I have. But there's a difference between somebody who's confident about it and has learned to embrace it versus somebody who hasn't. Somebody who embraces it doesn't let anything get in the way of that. Doesn't let life get in the way of who they are. I don't want to look like everybody else. I want to look like me. I want to feel like me. I want to feel like I'm in my own body, not somebody else's. That's the only true way to be confident with being a neurodivergent is you have to learn to live in your own body. You gotta learn to be yourself. Like completely yourself. You're not gonna be like anybody else. But in a world full of faded flowers, why would you want to be faded? When you could be like this bright thing that pops out in the field that everybody wants to look up to, everybody wants to learn from you, everybody wants to like have a little bit of, a little bit of what you got. Why not be that? I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about something money can't touch. I'm talking about the goodness in the world that everybody still needs, that those typical people out there need more than anything. Don't be typical. If you don't gotta be. Don't be like the rest. That's what it really means to stand out. It means to be yourself. Because when you really are being yourself, you're gonna stand out more than anybody else. I have such a big heart that I don't even wish hell on the worst person that's done the worst thing to me. I want them to go out there and be free. I want them to live their life. I want them to be happy. I want them to, to go out there and be the best version of themselves. That's just me. I don't wish hell even on the person that's wished hell on me. What's the point? You're gonna grow up someday. You're gonna change too. One day you're gonna wake up on your bed and you're either gonna regret it or you're not. But don't let a past version of me keep you from being that best version that you can be today. Because I'm not even her anymore. So let her go. As I tell people, like, if you met me before, and you met that past version of myself, let her go, because I'm not even her. She don't exist anymore. She went out a door a long time ago. Let her go. And so you can be free. Because hurting over somebody who doesn't exist anymore just doesn't make any sense. Your whole life is waiting for you. I've had people mourn over me for years after breaking up with me before. And I just tell them, move on. I'm not even her anymore. She don't exist. That girl that might have did you wrong even, she don't exist anymore either. I'm not telling people to forgive me. I'm telling them to forgive themselves. You don't gotta forgive me. You don't gotta even like me if you don't want to. I just want you to forgive yourself so you can move on, so you can be happy. I know what it's like to not move on. I know what it's like to not be happy. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But I also know how to get better. I know the little key there that a lot of people never took. You can learn a lot from the woman I am today versus the woman I was yesterday. Even I can learn a lot from myself. I really realize what I'm capable of and what I'm just over with and what I'm done with and just don't want anymore. I realize where I put more energy. My energy shifted a lot versus where my energy used to be. I wasted a lot of time trying to be somebody I wasn't. I wasted a lot of time loving somebody who didn't love me back. I wasted a lot of time, dude, that should have been put somewhere else. Case closed, but at the end of the day, I tell myself, it's not my fault what other people think. It's not my fault what other people feel. It is not my fault at the end of the day if I tried and they didn't. Or didn't put the same type of effort in that I did. Maybe they tried, but maybe not in the same way that I did. And that's okay. One thing you gotta know about a woman like me, hold on. Ellie, I came into the world not wanted here. I came in the world abandoned by my own parents. But that did not mean that I didn't belong here. I understand why Jesus put me down the path that he put me down. I understand it a whole awfully lot now. And it wasn't for my parents, it wasn't for the family I was put into, it was for me. One day I'd understand the value of everything I've been through. The type of person it shifted me into, too. The reason that I don't want hurt on other people is because I've been through so much myself. Maybe that's why I feel sorry for people that go through similar things. Because nobody should have to go through those things. Not a damn soul, I don't care what you did. Nobody deserves to be put in the world not wanted. Nobody deserves to come into the world not unconditionally loved. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to have someone freaking kidnap them and do the absolute fucking worst to them. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to feel so alone from their parents, they don't feel loved by them. A child that should have never felt that. Because I look at my daughters and I see how much they're worth of loving. I see how much love I put into them. And they just come up and want to hug me, love on me all the time. I see how much of a good mom I am. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why was it so hard to love me? When I'm everything like my kids. More. I just see God damn, all I want to do is love them. All I want to do is hug on them. The only thing I want to do is kiss on them and then sit there and read to them and play with them and be part of their lives. I seen what my own parents missed out on. Like, damn, why wouldn't you want that? My parents had visiting rights and they never did come and see me, even after I was adopted. They gave up on me. Whether they want to admit it or not, they did. I don't know if they're even the same people anymore, but at the time, they gave up on me. And I was just a baby. All because my biological mom made bad decisions. Decisions she could have corrected for me, but didn't. I couldn't imagine choosing shit over my children when all I have ever done is chose them. I literally watched someone give up on me before I even had the chance to know them. So maybe that's why it hurts more. That when my foster mom divorced my dad and she went absent out of my life for a couple of years, why it hurt so much is because I felt the same thing I felt when I found out that my biological mom had visiting rights and never seen me. I felt abandoned. How does it affect me as an adult? That's the thing that I have to live with for the rest of my life. Knowing